Hi, it's Dave from Give to Get. See, I prove it with a t-shirt. Anyway, my job today is to help you put together a paracord bracelet. Survival tool that has many uses. If I've learned anything from binge watching survival shows, it's the value of cordage. Now, these are military grade paracord bracelets that are quick release, and the reason they're quick release is there's no clips or snaps on them of any kind. So really you just are taking them out of their initial loop here, and then you are able to make one maneuver to get the top piece out of this, and all of a sudden your bracelet quickly becomes a 6-foot cord of paracord. And this paracord is super strong. This can hold 250 pounds. This can hold about 500 pounds. So great if you need to tow something on, make a quick makeshift shelter out in the field, dry your socks on, splints for people with injuries, but number one tool requested by folks at Operation Gratitude for either first responders or active duty military. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to untie this last little knot that we had in there and show you how to do this quickly from the start. Now, you have your directions in your box, and oh, by the way, welcome to my backyard. So sunny Minneapolis, Minnesota today. But anyway, the first thing you need to do is you need to make a loop. Just a little loop like this. And there's a little bit of directions on your sheet that you have right here. Oops, it's a little windy. This will show you how long that should be. I sometimes go just a hair longer than that to start. So, you've got your little area at the end of your paracord. You make a quick little loop over the front of this. So as you can see, it's just a loop right here. Then you take the long end of this. This is the short end. This is the long end. You take that piece and that loops back through this loop, and you hold on to the end piece here and you pull. See? You create a little slip knot there. This is the hardest part of making a paracord bracelet. Everybody has difficulties with this. So we're going to walk you through that one more time. You can pause it, replay this whenever you need to. So, end of your paracord, about 3-4 inches. Create your little loop over the front. The long end goes back through the hole. You hold on to the short end and you pull and create this little loop. And then the next step is the end piece goes back through the loop right there, like this, and you pull this tight. And that, my friends, is called a trucker's knot. A trucker's knot is important because you can pull it really tight and it's very secure, but in an emergency, you can undo it pretty quickly. It doesn't bind up the way like a regular double knot or anything would. So one more time, on the loop. You're probably wondering, geez, we already got it. Spending a lot of time on this loop. So the first loop, the long end goes through right there. You end up with a little bit about this long, about 3-4 inches length. That goes back through the top part here on this. You pull that tight and you've got a trucker's knot. The next thing you do is make sure you put the knot on the dot right there and you measure it out all the way to the end, back this way and back this way. And I'll show you what that looks like when we're done with that. I'm doing it right now too, and using accurate lengths. Okay, so we have, and really the object of this is you're taking 6 feet of paracord and you're creating a bracelet out of it, and something that's manageable and can be easily used in the field. So you've got your end piece with the knot on it. This is what we're going to be wrapping around going up towards. And we've got your starting area that's got your third extra long, extra piece of rope and your loop from what you measured out. And the first move here is you take the long piece and you're gonna wrap it around this other piece. And I'm right-handed, so I hold it in my left hand and pinch it with my left hand, and I've got this little loop here at the end. And then I start looping on the inside of that. And what we're gonna do is take these 3 pieces that have been folded over, and we're gonna loop it all the way down. And if you're measured right, you should have about the right amount. And now you need to keep it pretty tight. You want it to be really secure when you're making it. I make these kind of quickly because I've done maybe about 1,000 of them. I'm sure you're wondering when I'll stop talking, but I'm gonna try and get through this live real quickly so that I can show you the next and the last piece of this, which is a little tricky that people have some trouble with, which is tying the end of this off. So as you can see, it's nice and tight. Loop, I've got a fair amount to go through at the end still. So I keep on going. I've got a fair amount of paracord. Another interesting part about this paracord is not only can you double it and triple it up to make it super strong, but you can actually unravel it. And the inside of paracord, or as you can see here, is made up of many, many fine nylon strands. And you can create fishing line with that, smaller pieces of lashings. So your 6-foot piece of rope is actually made up of about 12 different inside pieces. So 6 times 12, you're looking at a lot more length of cordage if you need it out in the field. Okay, so this worked out pretty well for me. So I tied it all the way around, and all I have left is my knot end here. That's the initial trucker's knot that we built, and enough of a little loop right here. And now we're not tying anything in any tight knots. We're just sliding the end piece that we were wrapping around back through the loop right there, and that should stay. And now I've got these 2 kind of end pieces and this long piece right here. And the last thing you do is you take your knotted piece right here with your trucker's knot, and that's going to go through the back end loop that we kept at the end, and you're going to pull the knot through that piece there. As you can see, that stays on and stays affixed. And now you can just tie this off once. Ladies and gentlemen, you have created a paracord bracelet. Good luck, Godspeed.